The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 74. The Wrong Question. Because... The old man gritted his teeth and said, because Ethan also disrupted history. No, that's not what I'm asking. How could I not know that? Lynn twirled the pencil in his hand, his gaze still fixed on the old man. What I'm asking is, why do you have to kill these people who disrupt history? The old man said nothing. After a long silence, he spoke. Lynn, you're talking a lot today. You never asked such questions before. Because the one who died before wasn't Ethan Hughes. Lynn looked at the rolled-up list on the ground. You gave me this list to find the person who disrupted history, right? Actually, I don't think it's necessary to be so troublesome. There are only 200 or 300 people on this list. Why not just kill them all? Why go to all the trouble of finding the one who disrupted history? Being so cautious is completely unlike your usual style. No, the old man said sternly. We must never kill innocent people indiscriminately. Lynn was amused. He opened the September issue of the Math Monthly, found the Sudoku page, and continued solving the puzzle. So you see, you do know something. You're hiding something from me. You're so righteous. I thought we were some kind of justice organization. He stopped writing again, looked up at the old man. You killed my parents too, didn't you? The old man turned around and sighed helplessly. Lynn, I've told you this many times. Your parents weren't killed by me. Even if it might not have been a simple accident, I definitely didn't kill them. Stop pretending. Lynn smiled and lowered his head, continuing to solve the Sudoku. I've already found out. Then check again carefully. The old man raised his voice, his breathing quickening. He waved his hand, pulled a chair over, and sat down. Stop trying to trick me, Lynn. Provocation won't work on me. We must find the person who disrupted history, find evidence that he is indeed disrupting history, and only then can we kill him. Only in this way can we achieve our ultimate goal, to get an invitation to the Genius Club. Swish. Lynn finished another Sudoku, threw the magazine in his hand on the ground, and picked up the October issue of the Math Monthly next to him. I don't understand. You don't need to understand, Lynn. The old man interrupted him. If you really want to get an invitation to the Genius Club, do as I say. He coughed a few times and wiped the corner of his mouth. We have no choice, Lynn. Trust me, this is the only way for us to join the Genius Club. I'm more sad than you about Ethan's death, but there's no other way. This is a sacrifice we have to make. Maybe there will be more such sacrifices in the future, even you, me, and many others. But this is something we have to do, Lynn. Trust me, we're doing the right thing. Trust me, we're doing the right thing. Swish. Lynn threw the October issue of the Math Monthly on the ground. The Sudoku in this issue was obviously too easy. He finished it in a few strokes. The stack of magazines that had been neatly piled high on his right was now down to only 2. He picked up the November issue of the Math Monthly, opened it in his hand, and looked at the Sudoku on it. I didn't say I wouldn't listen to you because I have no choice either. He stared at it for a long time before flipping the pencil in his hand and filling in the numbers. I tried to investigate the Genius Club, but found nothing. It's really amazing. I never believed before that something could leave no trace in this world. It clearly exists, but there's not a single trace of it. At least after all these years of trying, I haven't found any correct clues. There is relevant information online, but it's all game settings or the names of movies and TV shows. obviously not the same as this mysterious club you're talking about. Even the name the Genius Club, I tricked it out of you when I was a kid. After all these years, besides this name, I found nothing, and you're very tight-lipped about it. I really admire that. The old man closed his eyes and rubbed his temples. I don't know much more than you do, Lynn. But there's one thing I'm sure of. This club is mysterious enough and powerful enough. It can do anything. It controls everything. It's even more incredible than you can imagine. So don't doubt what we're doing. Do as I say. Find the person who disrupted history as soon as possible, and then kill him. Every person who dies will later become our ticket to join the Genius Club. When it comes to getting an invitation to the Genius Club, our goals are the same. You're the smartest person I've ever met, the most extreme genius. I've always thought that you're the one closest to the Genius Club. So, help me, Lynn, and help yourself. Swish! Lynn threw down the November issue of the Math Monthly. He slowly stood up, picked up the rolled-up list from the ground. I'll find that person. After saying that, he scratched his messy hair and walked towards the bedroom. The old man let out a long breath. He looked at the November issue of the Math Monthly lying on the ground. He stared closely and was very surprised. On the open page of the magazine, the Sudoku game was actually not finished. Only about half of the numbers were filled in, with several erasure marks, but in the end, he still didn't solve the Sudoku puzzle. That's strange, the old man sighed. There's actually a Sudoku you can't solve in this world. It's not that I can't solve it, it's that the question is wrong. Lin yawned and rubbed his eyes. If the question is wrong, no one can solve it. The old man was very curious. He leaned forward, picked up the last issue, the December issue of the Math Monthly, and opened the Sudoku page. In the most prominent position, there was an apology statement from the magazine, apologizing for the printing error in the previous issue's Sudoku game, and correcting the positions of several numbers in this issue. The old man smiled proudly and put down the magazine. Us expected. You never let anyone down? If you weren't so lazy, usually you'd be very popular too. Lazy. Lin pulled open the bedroom door and walked inside. I hate this code name. I'm not the last one to join the organization, so why didn't you let me choose a nicer one? I don't like lazy, then go work hard. The old man's patience had run out tonight. Got it. Lin yawned again and closed the door. Good night, arrogance.